Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. And as you can see, just as I hit record, XRP now back up to 70 cents. It was hovering at around 69, 69.5, going back down to 68.9. But guys, we're back up to 70 cents per XRP as of the time of this recording. I'm going to throw it on the hourly, actually, let me throw it on the 5-minute just to show you guys how this activity has been ramping up over the last several hours now. So XRP did initially hit this high right up here of about 0.703. Once we did hit 70 cents, it did retrace. So again, this is the 5-minute chart, guys. Each candlestick represents 5 minutes of time. So it's just over about a half an hour or so. And now coming into this hour, rebounding, coming right back up to 70 cents. So right now, XRP is trading at 70 cents, pretty much 70 cents on the dot. And yesterday we were excited when it broached 60 cents. Guys, it seems like XRP keeps moving. We've got the fear and greed index still in the positive, inching further up, 73 now for greed. So, it's something we have to be careful of. I know we want to get excited. Our portfolios are going up, but at the same time, guys, we have to remember there's still a lot of time in this bull run. We are going to still see retracements, but there are some broader questions we do have to ask ourselves. So right now we've got the market cap up to 1.33 trillion, which isn't actually that much compared to what it was about a week ago. Guys, this is an isolated incident for XRP. XRP is one of the ones that is really pumping heavily at this point in time. And although the market is generally bullish as a whole, we're not seeing, so much in terms of gains for the other coins, including Bitcoin. We've got 24-hour volume up a little bit too, 29.02%. Bitcoin dominance still hanging on 51.08. So if we look at just look at the 24-hour change, we got Bitcoin up a little bit, but only by 0.4. We got Ethereum up by 0.57%. We've got XRP up. That is the main gainer today, 8.38% in the last 24 hours. And it flipped Binance Coin. Binance Coin up only about 0.5%. But guys, take a look at this. XRP now in the number 4 spot above BNB Coin. So if you look over here, the market cap is not much higher than that of Binance Coin. However, technically it now has flipped Binance Coin. So that is also something that we should be paying attention to. And is it that now we are seeing crypto mania starting to rev up again, guys? This was a recent episode of The Simpsons. And look at what they're talking about here. NFTs minted. Are we back? Homer turns Bart into an NFT. This coming from Coinage here on Twitter. We've also got Minus Wells here saying, the 24-hour volume of XRP is about 25% of that of Bitcoins. So guys, that is also something that we should be paying attention to, especially right now for XRP. XRP is a huge gainer, a huge mover right now at this point in time. And, again, compared to the rest of the market, it is the top gainer. And in terms of volume, too, we're seeing high volume, 25% of Bitcoin's total volume. What's odd about this is that the market cap of Bitcoin is 18.7 times greater than XRP. Will we find equilibrium? So he's just posting a screen grab here with just some facts and figures. So back to XRP, guys. And, we are going to see this number vacillate. Right now, it's down a little bit. As you guys can see, it's come right back down here to about 70 cents on the dot. If you guys look over there to the right-hand side of the chart. So 70 cents, we're going to see it probably hit that number. It is a psychological barrier for many. Let me throw XRP back on the daily, and we're just going to take a look at some other metrics here, okay? XRP on the daily. Let me throw a Fibonacci here from the most recent high that we saw for XRP back at the top of the last bull run, April 2021. Bringing it down, guys. Look at what we have achieved. Look at what XRP has achieved here. We have seen now XRP move above that first Fibonacci line. So the 0.236 XRP has now gotten above the 68 cent level. As I've been saying, it's hovering around 70 cents. So that was the first milestone that, in a lot of ways is going to speak, to the future of, the rally of this particular coin. But again, I still do think we will retrace. We might go back under this before we start forming some serious support down in here. So if we do see support hang around 68 cents, I don't think that that's totally out of the question. I think that that's totally natural. And I don't think we're going to continue to just shoot up to new all-time highs at this point in time. I do still think there's a lot of work to be doing. Bitcoin here, guys. And if you just take a look at Bitcoin, I mean, Bitcoin is the leader of the crypto market. And although Bitcoin is doing fairly well as well, it's quite bullish too. Bitcoin right now, as of the time of this recording, trading at 35,200. Bitcoin isn't really moving at the same rate as we've seen XRP move. We did see Bitcoin pump here at the end of October, but that was kind of it. We've just been seeing this vacillating, this sideways momentum for Bitcoin, not really making any kind of decisive move either up or down right now. And I have a feeling, if Bitcoin does move and retrace, because quite frankly, we're still very, very early on in this, as I keep mentioning time and time again, and even if we see a 10% retracement for Bitcoin, that's nothing. Chances are XRP will follow and we will lose a lot of those gains. So these are just all things to be paying attention to, even though we are now seeing, mainstream media outlets point to the fact that we are going to see another run. XRP Crypto Wolf also bringing this up. XRP surges 31% ahead of Ripple's SWELL conference, promising significant price movement. So we've got SWELL coming up this week, guys, and this is, one of the big stories, likely a reason why we are seeing XRP move. So, a lot of people are thinking to themselves, well, SWELL? Ripple could announce something big at SWELL, and that could keep XRP price momentum keep going higher. Well, what do we know right now? In a sensational turn of events, the XRP token has continued its remarkable upward trajectory, marking its third consecutive week of substantial gains. Since mid-October, the popular cryptocurrency has surged an astonishing 31%, showcasing resilience in the face of the crypto market's inherent volatility. What a dramatic way to word that. Today, XRP stands at an impressive 64 cents. As we know, we have just seen it go higher. However, this surge is far from a standalone phenomenon. The community is abuzz with anticipation as the SWELL event conference approaches, which, guys, is being held in Dubai, November the 8th and 9th. Today is Monday, November the 6th. So it is happening Wednesday, Thursday. Despite the public disconnect between Ripple and XRP, the market acknowledges the profound impact that the conference has on XRP's movements. And as I was mentioning yesterday, guys, we have seen, this is not my first rodeo, we have seen this time and time again. In bullish years, I guess we tend to see this more frequently. I mean, the one that I really remember was the bear market of 2018. And, this SWELL event, I think it was because the announcement, the hype around the announcement was quite big. The XRapid announcement, people were speculating that we were going to see, some kind of real world utility occur. And XRP did spike just in this short period, 177%, down from about 27.5 cents all the way up to 76.5 cents in the span of, how many days was that? This is XRP on the daily, and we pretty much saw that price within 4 days. 4 days, we saw it go up 177%, and that was just before SWELL 2018. So, we've seen this happen in the past. This could be something similar. So will XRP price SWELL as well? The Ripple SWELL conference traditionally heralds significant announcements and ambitious plans, and the unveiling of innovative developments this year promises to be no exception, raising the expectation that XRP prices may continue to go up. Yet, every coin has two sides. For investors who entered the XRP market in mid-October, this potential surge offers a tempting opportunity to lock in profits. Some may choose to offload their holdings. So guys, I guess this is, the next question here. What are the chances that XRP is going to continue to rise? Should you be locking in profits? Mikkel here saying, so many people will sell too early. And, I'm of the opinion that, I know what I want to do. I'm not going to speak for everybody in this space. I know what's good for me and, where I've cost averaged my XRP. And quite frankly, I've been in this market long enough to realize 70 cents, that just ain't going to do it for me. Let's not forget, guys, everybody's cost average is different. And so, maybe some people need the money right away. Me personally, I do not need the money right away. I've cost averaged in and around 17 cents for my XRP, and I've been in this market since 2017. So my price targets, guys, are going to be much, much higher than this. However, if you're a day trader, maybe you do want to take some profits off the table now, and I'm sure day traders are taking profits off the table now. So, Mikkel's saying that, Kashta here saying, what have I shared that 100% stops us from happening if they are listening? Dobo here saying, you set your exit price and don't move from that. That's when you sell. No one knows what too early is. Motown Crypto saying, nope, time to short, nothing driving this increase. So some interesting opinions here. Yes, says Aura had that nightmare where I sold half my XRP at $16 and in seconds it exploded to $100,000. Someone told me then that Ripple was burning XRP supply before an IPO. So, you know, everybody, again, is going to have their own opinion on this. At the end of the day, you are the one choosing to make the decision to hit the sell button. We've got Rob Art here saying, you know, coins are pumping. Several take profits have been secured. So, you know, in terms of Rob Art, he has already taken some profits on some of his coins. And so is this going to continue? This is the big question that I think is on most people's minds, especially XRP holders who feel like they have been holding for years and years and years. And in some cases we have been. Lex XRP here saying this. And I think this is good advice. I know Lex has been he's been through a couple of cycles now. 24 months ago, my portfolio was in the 7 figures. And then 9 months ago, my credit card was declined and I was broke. All the bros and friends disappeared. I did what I had to do, sold what I needed to sell. When this crap goes up, I'm going to use that moment as a reminder I had $19.90 to my name. So just remember that, guys. Everybody's in a different position. And so, you know, if you do have to sell, unfortunately, that's what you've got to do. I always, you know, maintain, do not invest more than you can afford to lose. But, you know, in some cases, people fall on hard times. So, you know, I'm not blaming anybody for their decisions. Again, this just brings me back to the fact that, you know, if you're still confused, you don't know what's good for you, you can follow me, guys, and I am going to show you where I'm going to be selling my XRP, and I'm going to be showing you guys those trades on the days that they occur. So today at 70 cents, it's not happening. And again, I know it's different for everybody, but you know, sometimes it's just good to see what other people are doing, maybe to give you some ideas. Your money is your money, and I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money. You can follow me though, only $5 a month, and I purposely kept it affordable so that throughout this bull run, we can do this together. If you guys have XRP and you're trying to find ideas to bounce off people or whatever, this is why we're here, right? So patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. Not only that, I do have a separate portfolio of other alternative cryptocurrencies that I plan on selling strictly for profit. These coins, they have no meaning to me other than, you know, looking to maximize profit in this bull run. So if we can hit a 50x banger or 100x banger, I mean, that would be great. But as these coins keep rising, and yes, the portfolio roundup is going to be happening. I wanted to get to it last week, but a couple of weeks ago I did break my foot. And so I've been recuperating. I've still been doing shows, but you know, there have been a lot of things on my mind, hobbling around the house, so on and so forth. But I am going to be doing the final roundup, guys. But all the videos are up there. So, you know, this essentially, because, you know, everybody is different. Like Lex says here, his portfolio was 7 figures. He did not sell, so, you know, maybe 70 cents is a good price for you guys to sell at. I know I'm not selling at 70 cents. And if you guys want to get an insight on where my XRP targets are going to be, where my Bitcoin targets are going to be, and where I'm going to be selling my altcoins, you can see it here if you subscribe to my Patreon, patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. Fully open, fully transparent for all you guys to see how much of each coin I have and how much money I put into these coins. It's all going to be there, guys, because we are in this together. And it is still only the beginning. Here's some more news, guys. Steven Narioff posted this, specifically posted this. It's funny that it's coming from Steven Narioff. Ethereum Insider has dropped a bombshell. So Steven Narioff, for those of you guys who do not know, used to work for the Ethereum Foundation, attorney and former advisor for Ethereum. Steven Narioff recently published a shocking piece about Ethereum. The lawyer who has personal knowledge of ETH, having worked for the blockchain network previously, has come forward with explosive allegations regarding the actions of Ethereum founders Vitalik Buterin and Joseph Lubin. According to Narioff, these two Ethereum founders have allegedly orchestrated fraudulent activities regarding the Ethereum blockchain that exceed the scale of the actions committed by former CEO and founder FTX Sam Bankman-Fried. So he is saying this: Ethereum is the fraudulent elephant in the room in plain sight, 1,000 times bigger than SBF. Boom goes the dynamite. So big news there, guys. I was not expecting that. The insider says Ethereum was linked with corrupt U.S. officials, as the XRP community has already kind of surmised, but now we have confirmation, guys, following a statement of Ethereum allegedly being involved in fraudulent schemes higher than SBF. Steven Narioff disclosed that founders Joseph Lubin and Vitalik Buterin have allegedly been colluding with corrupt U.S. government officials from some of the highest federal agencies. The former advisor mentioned prominent government figures that Ethereum may have had secret dealings with, including present U.S. SEC Commissioner Gary Gensler and former U.S. Chairperson Jay Clayton. He says Joe Lubin and Vitalik Buterin have been at the front with corrupt officials at the highest levels of federal agencies, such as Clayton, Gensler, and many others. So, guys, it's, the more, what do they say? The more you peel the onion, the more it stinks. Thank you so much to Stephen Naria for uncovering this. We also had this from Wheezy. Interesting connection here. Vitalik and several other founders of Ethereum were board members of the Lifeboat Foundation. And so was this guy. Pretty shady if you ask me. This is the Lifeboat Foundation. Vitalik Buterin is the head writer at Bitcoin Magazine. So this is an older post here. Vitalik is a computer science student at Waterloo University, but is currently taking time off to pursue his Bitcoin-related projects in Europe. So an older write-up there, but interesting to see that he is connected to some shady individuals, to put it lightly. Also, I don't even want to read that. But anyway, guys, more shady details coming out regarding the ETHgate scandal. We also have this guy's crypto lawyer says a $20 million settlement is a 99.9% win for Ripple. So John Deaton did strongly refute the idea that the lawsuit's result was an even 50-50 outcome for the SEC. Somebody was arguing him on that. The people who've argued that the SEC got a 50-50 victory in the Ripple case are 100% wrong. It was more like 90-10 in Ripple's favor. If Ripple ends up paying $20 million or less, that's a 99.9% legal victory. Stuart Alderoty's post further adds to the storyline, pointing out that the SEC faced another defeat this week, continuing a series of setbacks. According to Alderoty, in the case versus Goville, SEC versus Goville, the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit ruled that the SEC cannot request a substantial disgorgement award without first demonstrating actual financial harm to investors. He goes on to say, in essence, it implies that there's no harm, or that if there's no harm, there is no penalty. And so interesting to note here that, as we're seeing, what the SEC can get from the Ripple case go lower and lower, it's just becoming more and more apparent that it's actually a bigger win for Ripple than we initially expected. DJ Peter Vass also mentioning this. Okay, an expert says Ripple's potential penalty of $770 million could fall to $38.5 million. And guys, this is coming from our very own Jeremy Hogan, who initially retweeted out responding to John Deaton's initial tweet here. So let me read you guys some of this from lawyer Jeremy Hogan in the XRP community. I was in a small argument with my wife last night, which means I'm thinking about damages this morning. For me, this is an examination of different restaurants to take her to. For Ripple and the SEC, though, things are a little bit more complex. A small thread if you are interested. The law allows the SEC to seek disgorgement, penalties, and interest. Disgorgement is the taking away of profits from the rule breaker. So in this case, it's Ripple. The court held that about $770 million of sales of XRP to institutional investors were improper. Ripple has a couple of arguments here. First, the SEC versus Liu case, which is back in 2020, basically said that disgorgement is an equitable remedy, which means that it should be fair. And fair in this context, means that it should be the violator's net profits, not gross. So Ripple will deduct business expenses from the total. As was recently upheld at the second DCA, the amount of disgorgement must be awarded to victims. Victims means individuals and entities who lost money on an investment. So if an XRP purchaser paid 30 cents and the price is now 60 cents, they are not a victim and therefore no disgorgement. So maybe this is why Ripple is also pushing this further into 2024 and 2025, because if we do see the bulls run and XRP surpasses all-time high, well, then nobody has lost money and everybody is in profit, and therefore they will have to award zero. Interesting strategy. On a side note, how rare is it that the SEC sues a company for selling an unregistered security and during the litigation the price of the security increases? Very rare. And that might be another indication that the security is not a security, but I digress, says Jeremy Hogan. He goes on to say, finally, the SEC has to prove some nexus between the purchaser of XRP and the United States. In other words, if Ripple sold XRP to a German investment company with no ties to the US, the SEC has no jurisdiction over that sale. The nexus question will be interesting. And so what about the SEC? The SEC will rely on case law, which says that it doesn't have to prove the disgorgement damages with specificity. The SEC can provide the court a ballpark estimate, and then the burden shifts to the defendant to show otherwise. The SEC will also argue that Ripple expenses, which were made in order to further the violation of the law, should not be counted towards Ripple's business expenses for calculating net profits. So these are the issues that the parties will be litigating in 2024. In conclusion, $770 million is not going to be $770 million, but something much less. I hope you have a better understanding of the main damages issue. Now, excuse me while I go back to research restaurants with the best chocolate fondue. So there you have it, guys. Jeremy Hogan's take on, what is going to happen here now with regards to disgorgement. Ripple having to pay now. And I guess I should have mentioned here from the John Deaton tweet thread that John Deaton was the one who actually estimated that it would be about $38.5 million, which is a pittance if you compare it to what the SEC wants, a whole $770 million. So interesting. Here's the tweet up here. I would also add that in some of the briefs, it mentioned that the sales of XRP could be 95% outside of the US. If that figure applies to Ripple sales to the $770 million, that would deduct about $731.5 million, only leaving about $38.5 million. So just doing that calculation there to get a sense of where Ripple will leave the SEC in terms of what the judge may think is fair. At the end of the day, though, guys, if they push this into 2024 and 2025, to which Jeremy Hogan points out, look, if everybody is in profit because their XRP is soaring, well, then there are clearly no damages. Everybody has come out a winner. So I don't know. You guys think maybe this is part of their strategy? Maybe their lawyers are saying to them, hey, Ripple, wait till the bull run. Wait till XRP surpasses its all-time high. And when it does, we will know for 100% certainty that everybody who holds XRP is in profits. I don't know. Just a thought, just my opinion. I'm still very curious to know what your targets are. And if you want to know where I'm going to be selling out, not just of my XRP, but all my cryptos, you can follow me at Patreon, patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. That's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.